Boys basketball, the 5A state tournament, first round. Welcome to Sting TV. Brent Martindale here with Corey Lang and the whole crew of Sting TV. We welcome you, and we are underway. Wasatch has won the toss. We will be working on getting your graphics for the score. And but right off, there's a pass underneath by Wasatch, and missed there by Garrett Windsor, and Viewmont comes down quickly. Viewmont Vikings as the number 14 RPI seed, and the Wasatch Wasps the number 19 seed, as we begin the RPI state tournament rankings first round. The Viewmont Vikings have earned the right to host this first round by finishing fourth in their region. There's Wasatch with the first opportunity with the defensive rebound on the miss by Viewmont. They come down, and Hawk Ballstead takes his first three. There's the first three of the night for Anderson, and that's no good. And here comes Viewmont down quickly. Both times, Corey, Viewmont has come down very quickly, trying to score quickly.
Yeah, I don't think they want to give Wasatch a chance to set up any kind of a defense and get set. It appears they want to score quick. When they did get in the half-court set last possession, Wasatch did a great job of keeping him on the perimeter, and then they fed it in, and he took a challenged, hard, difficult shot. So if they can score before that, benefit to Viewmont, obviously.
Wasatch with two quick fouls in that possession for Viewmont right there. Shot no good by Viewmont. Cole Magnuson comes down with the big rebound, and here comes Wasatch. So if you're joining us here, just underway, under 2 minutes here in the first game. The first quarter of this game. First round of the boys 5A state playoffs. Wasatch playing.
I like the patience that I see here from Wasatch right now early on.
The regular starters, we would say, for Wasatch. Here's a three-point attempt. I think had a tip on that by Viewmont, by Dawson Kearns. I'm pretty sure and Kearns is going to come down again quickly. Three times, Corey, Viewmont's come down quickly, hardly one pass before they drive in to score. So that time Kearns made a quick spin move and got called for the travel. And Wasatch will take over. That's two turnovers now for Viewmont here in the early going. As we mentioned, the regular starters, Jackson Anderson, Hawk Ballstead, Garrett Windsor, Cole Magnuson, and who am I missing?
We're going to call that on Garrett Windsor, just trying to bowl his way in through those two defenders. And I agree with the call. It wasn't much, but he was trying to force something that wasn't there. And some of that is the patience. It's when the possession starts prolonging, getting longer and longer, oftentimes there's a clock in the player's head that I've got to get this. And
Windsor has to come out of the game with his second foul in just the first 3 minutes of this game. Joe Wonder checks in off the bench. Viewmont each time has come down trying to score. That will be no good, that basket.
Really good feed inside. Had an open look, a good pump fake, got him in the air and gets to the line because of it. Well, I apologize. I had to call that on the floor before the shot, but still a good possession. It catches Wasatch off guard.
Viewmont each time, Corey, it looks to me like they're trying to inside score. They've passed up several three-point open looks. We'll see how that continues. The video
it looks like they want to go in.
The video I saw, and there's a steal. It looked like Jackson Anderson got a handle of that, and Joe Wonder came up with it. So Wasatch, that's three turnovers for Viewmont in the early possessions. Wasatch trying to get it down low. They get it down to Mount Magnuson. Magnuson spins around and takes a little soft 5-foot jumper.
It was a tough shot for Cole. Pushed him out a little further than he's comfortable. It had him pretty flat along the baseline in that short corner, so he had no backboard or anything to shoot, and he took a difficult shot. So
I believe that was the second three-point attempt for Viewmont. They've otherwise tried scoring down low.
Both teams really just feeling each other out, like a boxing match, or early first round. Feel each other. What can I get? Where's a weak spot?
Again, sprinting down was Viewmont again.
Yeah, they're trying to beat them back.
But Hawk Ballstead did a great job of stopping that.
Hawks defense has been on point so far.
Three-point attempt by Viewmont. Brash Emery, no good, but it looks like that's Dawson Kearns came down with the offensive board. Kearns drives in again, and this time he's going to get free throws.
Yep. That's just out hustling, and Wasatch trying to make up, reaching in, getting caught.
Brecken Bowen checks in for Wasatch. And again, it looks like it was before the shot. So the foul, my mistake, and it was not.
We'll still keep
free throws.
Points off the scoreboard. Great back cut.
Brecken Bowen comes into the game and immediately gets a steal. Brecken Bowen really, coming off the bench, give Cole Magnuson
really good back cut by Dawson Kearns there along the baseline. And we talked about this in the girls' game last night. If a defense is going to come out aggressive like that up top, back cuts.
Three-point attempt by Anderson, no good. Hughes fights for the battle of that rebound. Brecken Bowen comes up with it, no good. And Viewmont once again
another fast break
down.
And they capitalize on that one. They get a bucket, which is going to, Ballstead's going to call a very early timeout with 3 minutes to go in the first, and it's only 2-0. He's going to burn a timeout. I assume he's going to address that issue.
Yep.
And offensively, whatever tactics he's got that he wants to change at this point. But I think the big thing is just getting back in that transition and finding a way to get better looks. Not that they're bad shots, but they're not great shots. They're all contested. They're all on a defender.
Viewmont has come down, as we mentioned, each possession almost, driving immediately like they're doing it. And that, out of all their possessions, that's their first bucket. So,
yeah,
like you say, I think you just saw that must be a trend. So we got to keep getting back quick. And then, like you say, we got to take better shots. Wasatch comes in after the timeout, 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. And Joe Wonder drives in, soft jumper, nice look, just off the mark. Here comes Viewmont, this time not going for the fast break, but Wasatch got back really quickly. There's a three-point attempt by Brash Emery. That was an air ball, no good. And Wasatch comes down with a little urgency, but they pull back. Colin Hughes, take that shot, and good. Colin Hughes.
As the defender falls down, Colin's given some space and takes him a second to recognize, but makes the wisest shot.
First bucket of the night for Wasatch. Colin Hughes gets Wasatch on the board. Viewmont looks like they're trying to run a motion against the man defense of Wasatch.
Yeah, with this high pressure, they're coming across, screening side to side, just moving, and then they look for a back cut inside.
That foul's going to be charged to Colin Hughes.
Is really coming out heavy and hard on defense, getting tight on them on defense. I'm curious to see what Viewmont's adjustments are to that. Like we talked about an extent last night, there's a lot of things you can do to counter that kind of pressure. And it's a game of adjustments.
Colin Hughes comes off. Hawk Ballstead comes back into the game. Guards right now, Wonder, Ballstead, and Anderson. And we have Brecken Bowen and Cole Magnuson were the bigs on the floor right now.
Cole comes back in.
There's a soft jumper by
one in the eye by Scott Noel.
Noel was not a starter tonight, came off the bench, and that was
a great looking shot over Cole.
Bucket. Both teams playing tonight, ending up very similar in their regions. Viewmont finishing fourth in the Region 5, the tough Region 5, with a 5-5 record. Wasatch ended up sixth in Region A. There's a big
There's Jackson. He's found his range. It looks like one of the changes that Ballstead has done on offense is they've gone big lineup. They have Brecken Bowen and Cole Magnuson on the floor. which is interesting because they didn't go in at all. Possession,
Yes.
it ends up taking a 3. And Jackson's such a smooth player. I love watching him ball. He's really good.
Again, Brash Emery with the drive and tried to dish off and defended well by Cole Magnuson, knocks it out of bounds. Viewmont will have the ball underneath their own basket. Viewmont, there's a soft jumper on the right side by John Barnes off the mark. Here's Hawk Ballstead. He's going to do a quick juke and back. Checking into the game for Wasatch is Robbie Glenn. Anderson looked like he was going to take that three.
He doesn't take much space to get a shot off. He's really good at that. A little step back. There again.
Quick shot by Anderson, no good. Again, Viewmont sprinting down. Brash Emery once again comes up to the middle of the key, has to kick it back out. And Viewmont will take over and reset. Luke Jacobs the last 2 times. Brash Emery gets Cole Magnuson off of his feet, kicks out, 3-pointer, good. Viewmont's Scott Noel. Noel has come off the bench to score 5 points here for Viewmont. Hawk Ballstead with a pretty good look. Well done there at the end of the first quarter. Had the good look that they wanted. And the 3-pointer just off the rim. So quickly, the first quarter done here in Bountiful, Utah, here at Viewmont High School, home of the Vikings. 7-5, the Vikings lead the Wasps.
The first thing that jumps
first.
Sorry, Brent.
Nope.
First thing that jumps to my mind right there is the foul count. I mean, it's a 7-5 game. That's common in a first-round playoff. They haven't played each other in the season. They're kind of feeling each other out. But 6 fouls to 0, that's a huge advantage for Viewmont, in my opinion. They're shooting free throws the entire second quarter, and Wasatch has likely got some guys in a little foul trouble there in the first quarter.
So what would you attest to that? 6 fouls to none. Is that a matter of Viewmont not, being super, super aggressive on their defense, or is it Wasatch not driving enough? What would you attest to that?
On the foul count, from what I've seen, they're both playing really good defense, just different styles. Wasatch is very up in your face. I'm going to take your space. We're going to occupy the same space. Viewmont is really good at staying between them, their man, and the basket, and they're cutting off lanes. They'll give you that padding, but they're not going to let you have an open or look to the lane, to the basket. And so Wasatch is just a lot tighter than Viewmont. They're both playing really good defense in their own way.
So we begin the second quarter. Viewmont with the possession. They're going to get it down low. And soft jumper there by Riddick Pulsifer. His first basket of the game makes the lead 9-5 for Viewmont as we begin the second quarter.
And you'll watch here, they switch. They're both playing man, but Viewmont will switch a lot on top on the guards. If a screen is coming or they interchange, they just switch guys like that, which helps them stay in front of them and between the basket, and it helps them contest without having to use their hands as much as Wasatch is.
Jackson Anderson took that shot. It was deflected. Viewmont comes down quickly, shoots.
That would have been a big shot to bring your big out, hit a 3, go up 12-5 in a low-scoring game.
But instead, Wasatch comes up with it. Right now, Wasatch only with 2 starters on the floor. Guards Joe Wonder and Robbie Glenn are in, and Brecken Bowen.
I would have liked to have Brecken had the position down low on the block. I would have loved to see Joe throw that in there and let Brecken work. If they're going to front that post and get on top, you've got to reward your big for getting the position. Instead, he takes a high-risk pass of throwing cross-court and it sails out.
Every time that we've seen Brecken Bowen come in, he is putting quality minutes.
Yeah.
Strong.
Well, what happens too there, if your big is going to get that position and you don't throw it to him, as the game goes on, he's more and more less likely to work as hard in the post. he's not getting the treats.
At the whistle there, Garrett Windsor checks back into the game for Wasatch.
See, and now since he took that three and it was very close, Cole has to come out and guard that shot, which is opening the floor.
Luke Jacobs takes a three-pointer, no good. There's a three-pointer by Windsor.
Ooh, Brecken takes us.
Three-pointer again by Scott Noel.
That's a big mismatch for Viewmont to Cole Magnuson. If Noel's going to be able to shoot that, Cole is not very good at coming out and defending a player on the perimeter. He's great in the post, and that's what I suspect.
Scott Noel for Viewmont is on fire.
They're going to have to switch men somehow, have somebody else guard him if he's going to go outside.
Noel came off the bench and is leading all scorers right now with 8 points. Hawk Ballstead takes a three, no good, off the mark.
A great block out by Kearns there.
Right now it seems to me, Corey, Wasatch, a three-point attempt by Viewmont, no good. That's going to be an over the back on Noel. Seems to me like Wasatch getting one shot and that's it. Viewmont really does do an amazing job of blocking out. The shots that Wasatch seems to be taking seem to be good looks for the most part. A couple rushed, but Wasatch running their wave of guards. Windsor's going to take a soft 3-foot jumper, no good. Hard off the back iron. Once again, Viewmont sprinting down the court. There's a block by Mount Magnuson, his first of the night. Wasatch Ballstead's going to swing around. This time takes a soft 8-foot jumper, and it's good.
And that's a much better look coming off the bench. Get in a few feet, get a shot in, and then start pushing your range.
It looks like that swing around the little pick really worked well there for Wasatch. Looks like that'd be open almost every time, doesn't it? That little soft 8-foot jumper. The drive there by Brash Emery knocked out of bounds, so Viewmont takes over underneath their own basket. The inbounds pass goes to Dawson Kearns. Kearns kicks the ball out. Pulsifer takes the soft fadeaway, and it goes off the mark. And Wasatch will get a chance to get closer. The lead, 12-7 for Viewmont. Hawk Ballstead completely surprised that he was wide open there for that little soft jumper. There's another three-point attempt by Pulsifer for Viewmont, no good. Both teams getting one shot and done.
Yeah.
At the moment.
They're both doing a great job of blocking out and finding a guy when that shot goes up.
Seeing a little mano-a-mano with Windsor.
Seeing how they're just switching on all those.
Joe Wonder, beautiful
great
soft
shot
little
by Joe.
Jumper there.
That's why he's on the floor right now. He can handle the ball. He's got some hands and a great shot.
Watching right now, interesting little matchup. Windsor and Jacobs for Wasatch and Viewmont needling each other with a lot of pushing around. Once again, Scott Noel on fire, 10 points.
Yeah, he's just having his way with Cole. You want to give me the shot? I'll take it. And it's money. You want to give me inside? I'll do that.
Looks like there Cole went in and Hawk thought he was going out.
Yeah, a little miscommunication
opposite.
on that.
When Viewmont will take over, biggest lead of the night is 14-9. Wasatch just looking to get another stop here. Little pass underneath.
Great
Here's
dump and
another
a good find.
Noel three-point shot, this time no good. And Wasatch comes down, desperately needing a score here.
Yeah, they need a bucket. They got to find some success on offense that they can build off of. Good
Joe
screen
Wonder.
by Cole.
Well done.
And I like that Cole, after the screen, dove to the rim. He was there. If that ball comes off, he's right there for the putback.
Joe Wonder, 4 points. 2 soft shots there in the key. And like you mentioned, it doesn't happen without Cole setting the picks. A couple of times, Viewmont's been able to do that. Be able to go in, get somebody off their feet. You think they'll go right back up, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But that time again,
they kick it to that open guy because Wasatch plays a lot of team D where they collapse you know, a helper comes down and collapses on that, but it's leaving somebody and they're getting wide open looks.
Wasatch takes over again, swings around top of the Magnuson's pick right there at the top of the key. Windsor this time.
If he's going to go under, you got to make him pay and shoot that, Garrett. If the defender's going to go under on that screen, make him pay, make him guard you by shooting that ball. But as long as you don't, they should just camp underneath Cole every time. And Cole's defender's playing under the rim, not even coming up. There's no point in even having that screen at that point.
It looked like Windsor was actually surprised he was so wide open there. Looks like there's going to be a foul charge to Viewmont. Brash Emery.
A little aggressive on the inbound. But I hope Garrett recognizes that, if or any of the shooters, if the defender's going under on screens, shoot it.
Emery for Viewmont with his first foul of the game, only the second team foul. There's that pass
There's an
underneath.
entry pass,
Brecken Bowen fighting.
Great find by Hawk. Brecken Bowen, a good finish. Caught a little far under the rim, but got the rebound, adjusted, and got a great putback.
Just kept fighting, got the rebound. Brings Wasatch to within 3. Here's another three-point attempt, this time by Pulsifer. Good.
Now they're heating up. Shots are falling.
This was the video we saw of them as they took lots of off-the-pick three-point attempts. I mean, how many times has Viewmont given up what almost looks like a layup to kick it out for a three?
I've been with coaches like that'll give up a layup for a three. It's 50% more points. So, and statistically, if you're shooting 35% versus even 50%, if you take more threes, there are 50% more points on the board.
Foul's going to be charged to Barnes of Viewmont. Jackson Anderson's going to get free throws here. Wasatch down 13-19, 122.
Because I don't know what the stats are right now, like shots, but they're probably pretty similar on shot attempts. But the difference is, if 6 of them are threes, you got a 6-point lead if they're getting 2s.
If we want to do the halftime thing, we've got to be down there waiting. If not, we can just do it later, or maybe out of the halftime, whatever. So. Vikings take over here. Brash Emery takes a soft little jumper. It's good. The lead is now 21-13. And that amounts to the biggest lead of the night for Viewmont. Under a minute left here in the first half. The first half has gone so quickly. Pass down low to Windsor. Windsor put it in, but the foul will be charged before the shot. The team foul count is starting to even out just a little bit. And we're looking there at the replays. Wasatch does not get the shot off. Viewmont takes over with the chance to take the last shot of the half. Already up 21-13. And being very patient. 30 seconds left, first half. Almost a steal there, Joe Wonder. Here's Noel, he's gonna take the shot just off the front rim, but the offensive board to Viewmont. Wasatch has time, they have plenty of time. 15 seconds left here in this half. Wasatch desperately looking for a bucket here. 7 seconds left. Windsor's gonna take the long three off short, but Anderson gets the rebound and gets the putback as time expires. And we'll be back here in just a second. Thanks for joining us here on Sting TV. It's probably too late at this point.
Let's get it right where he's coming out.
Yeah, we can do that. So here, halftime, we're going to be able to talk with you just a little bit. And here at the end of the half, we're going to be able to talk a little bit with Coach Ballstead of Wasatch. And we'll be able to get his feelings on the first half. So once again, halftime score, Viewmont 21, Wasatch 15. And desperately, the amount of energy Wasatch was looking for there with a score. Jackson Anderson getting the offensive rebound and putting it back in to allow Wasatch to get that extra oomph before they as they go into the half. So Coach Lang, Corey Lang of the Sting TV, the director, has done a great job of getting all the kids here together tonight. The Sting TV group has been able to come and travel the distance here to Bountiful to run the Sting TV tonight. And we thank you all for joining us here. We are going to take.
Sorry, I was muted there.
That's all right. Well, at this point,
a fun half. The first quarter saw both teams just kind of feeling each other out. Viewmont has found some success in where they're getting their shots, and the shots are going in because of that. Got some really good looks. Both teams, not a lot of changes on defense. They're just going man. Viewmont's kind of done the same thing. They're switching up top and baiting Wasatch to beat them over the top. Make them shoot over the top and make you beat them by hitting them. So far, Wasatch hasn't been able to do that, and that's why they won't change that until they beat you, right? Wasatch has some of the good things on Wasatch is they were in foul trouble, 6 fouls at the end of the first quarter, and we didn't see that turn into free throws and points on the board. So that's a great success.
Amazing.
That's an adjustment on that team that is hard to do for a lot of teams. Once you start one style and then to pull off and kind of change and not foul. The other thing, it's only 6 points.
Exactly.
I mean, going on the road in a playoff game, you got to be happy about 6 points is nothing.
I would think exactly what you're saying is going into the halftime, into the locker room, like it's a victory. Like they gained a victory by just getting that last shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a success. That is something to build on. As coaches for, Coach Ballstead and the Mags, go in and be very positive with the team. You're only down 6. You withstood some great shooting. You're in this game and it's yours. Come out and start to knock yours down, get your shots you want. And, I mean, there's no reason to be negative at all at this point.
Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let the viewers watch the Viewmont Vikings drill team with their routine here. And we'll be back in a little bit to be able to talk with Coach Ballstead before the second half. Thanks again for joining us here on Sting TV. Good to go. And welcome back, everybody, to Wasatch Sting TV. We are here at the state tournament. We are ready to go almost here with the second half, but first we're going to go ahead and visit. We've got Corey Lang down on the floor visiting with Coach Ballstead, and he is ready to go.
Here before the second half, I want to just ask you, is there anything the first half that took you by surprise?
The way we shot. That's our worst shooting half, which makes me excited because that's not going to last. We'll start knocking them down. We were 1 for 10 from 3, and you know these guys as well as I do, they can shoot. So, and we're only down 5, right? So we've got a 6. Sorry, we've got a good half of shooting to go. I think we need to attack the basket. I was a little surprised by some of the calls. It was a little lopsided. We got a little bit of foul trouble, but we need to be more aggressive going to the rim and getting them in foul trouble. They don't have a ton of shot blockers. We need to finish at the rim and stop settling for little pull-ups.
Very good points, Coach Ballstead. Last one, defensively, do you have any adjustments that you're going to look? Scott Noel has come out and kind of stretched the floor with Cole on him. It kind of creates a mismatch bringing him out. Do you have any plans on changes, on anything?
You know, they're doing exactly what we scouted them and thinking they would do. Luke does a great job scouting. We've got to stay an inside shoulder when they do their little swaggle, they call it, or waggle, and we got to keep those guys going out. Cole's done a pretty good job stopping him when they come through, but we've got to get out with the longer arm to slow him down.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck the second half.
Thanks.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Ballstead. Wasatch Wasps take over here at the beginning of the second half, and we are just about to start, just about ready to go. Corey Lang got a chance to talk with Coach Ballstead and mentioned the things that they feel very strongly about competing here with Viewmont here in the second half. Wasatch was down at 1 point tonight by 9 in the first half, was able to fight back, play defense, and get the scores that they needed to get this lead just to 6. And most definitely felt like a moral victory going into the locker room, only being down 6, not having shot great, but still feeling very much like they're in this game. Corey Lang back with us already here. He's huffing and puffing, running all over the place. But
get my workout in. Running the stairs.
That's great. Coach Ballstead feeling very confident. Hawk Ballstead drives, no foul charge. No foul charge on that drive.
Yeah, it looked like a clean block, which is interesting because that's one of the last things Coach Ballstead mentioned is no shot blockers. You got to go at their chest. You can't fade away like that, like Hawk did, and that's what caught him off. Anybody can block a shot if you're fading away and going down.
Pass down low to Hughes. He kicks it out. Back to Ballstead, takes the 3 just off the mark, but Windsor is able to get that ball back.
Great save by Windsor.
Ballstead going to swing it back around to Anderson, and Wasatch will reset.
And he was right. Like, they haven't shot well, and I think that's the difference. They're only down 6, and your shots aren't falling. So
Windsor, 3-pointer, good. Garrett Windsor first.
A few of those, and it's a different game for sure.
Well, like you were saying, you know, definitely a little under percentage for what they typically shoot. And maybe the same for here's Colin Hughes. Sorry, Jackson
Anderson. And that's going to catch him. That's going to catch Viewmont a little off guard. Take a punch in the face coming out of the second. Let's look at that again. Garrett's 3 in the corner. Yeah, God, if he can find that range or any of those shooters and the shots start to fall. But the difference is that shot was way more uncontested. And so it's easier when a guy's not in your face to shoot. So trust the system. Don't force.
And here's the steal by Jackson
Great
Anderson.
anticipation.
Beautiful left-handed layup. That was beautiful. That's got to go on the highlight reel.
And that brings the coach up quick to stop this little run. And
you got to imagine that's what coach for Viewmont is saying.
Yeah.
Hey, what you just said. We've come out slow. They are faster than us right now.
Let's reset.
And this is going to change right now.
Start this half again. This time come out ready to play.
So quickly, Wasatch scores 5 points on a 3-pointer and a steal and downtown layup. So just like that, the lead like we were mentioning earlier, was at 1.9. Now Wasatch back in this game, only down 1.
And didn't even burn a minute.
Not even a minute. Good point. Viewmont comes down, and they will take over. Wasatch in that man defense still. There's a 3-point attempt right off the mark for Viewmont. And that is John Barnes.
Another stretch big, bringing Cole out and just shooting over the top.
Jackson Anderson responds, no good. But Hawk Ballstead almost gets that offensive board.
Yeah, Hawk alone amongst 3 Viewmont players trying to get that.
3-point attempt quickly by Kearns. This time no good. Windsor's going to drive, has it taken from him.
And Jackson just takes it right back.
Jackson Anderson.
Thank you very much.
In the right place at the right time. And keeps Wasatch within 2. 24-22. Both teams coming out with desperation here in this second half. Barnes looked for that shot. No good.
Great block by Cole.
Another Mountain Magnuson block.
Now you got an advantage if you could hurry, and they don't capitalize on it.
Yeah, they had numbers there, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Garrett Windsor drives. There's going to be a foul charged.
See, in the first half, that was an offensive foul. He tries to split and force between 2 guys, and they called it offensive here. Those are hard calls. They're 50-50, total judgment by the ref. And
foul charge to Viewmont. That's the first of the half.
Garrett's got to be careful doing that.
Yeah. Windsor thinks about that 3. Instead gives it to Hughes. Hughes is going to think about the 3, but he's going to keep running it.
See, very, very simple defense. You know, half step off. When he starts to look like shot, you raise up, close out. Otherwise, just stay in front of him. That's all they're doing. And then
Jackson Anderson had the shot.
Disagrees with that call as well as half the gym.
Viewmont comes down 24-22 lead for the Vikings.
See, this is a better matchup with Garrett Windsor playing Noel.
Noel actually starting the second half. He was not an original starter for the team, but leading all scorers tonight. There's another 3-point attempt. Again by John Barnes of the Vikings. Good. That's 2 for him. 2 3-pointers for him in this last minute. Windsor drives. Cole Magnuson gets the ball down low. Hawk Ballstead kicks it out, and it was deflected, so Wasatch will retain. Here's the 3-point attempt by Barnes. That was, as we mentioned, his second in just the last minute and a half.
If Cole's unable to get out there quick enough, that's spelling trouble right now for Wasatch. Now, statistics say he's not going to hit all those, right? So do you play those odds? And
Hughes hit the ball up in the upper left wing. Brecken Bowen has checked back into the game.
They're just not even respecting the bigs at all.
Hawk Ballstead is going to kick it off to Brecken Bowen. And
there he left his feet to make that pass and just got caught. That's hard to do. It's a dangerous thing. It's always been coached for generations, right? Don't leave your feet to make a pass. And that one, it came to burn him.
First turnover of the half for Wasatch.
Yeah, pretty clean.
Viewmont only has 2 turnovers. Here's Noel, drives, no good.
See, and that's what I would rather see. Oh, you got to get on the ball.
Windsor, that's Windsor doing a volleyball dive down on the floor. Gets it to Anderson. Again, they look like they might have had numbers, but
yeah,
Windsor was still on the floor.
I would rather see our bigs come out and defend that. Don't give them the shot. Play the drive. And when they drive, just
Windsor.
Nice shot by Garrett. Have help, collapse inside, take away, and then just recover.
Windsor hits the 3 for Wasatch, brings them back up to 2 points down from Viewmont. Viewmont with the 27-25 lead.
Now we have Brecken Bowen guarding John. Yep.
Looks like
that's a little bit better matchup too. Brecken's a little more athletic, can move his feet a little better. Get inside out.
Looks like Hawk Ballstead is going to get that foul charged. Here's the replay. That's all right. Here's the three-point, that beautiful three-point
Both those
shot.
coming from that right side of the court. So make note of that. You know, Gareth hit a couple early on in the third. Can you draw something up and get him another look and see, is he hot?
Three-point attempt by Viewmont, no good. Saved by Barnes.
Lucky bounce getting it through. That's dangerous to save it under your own basket, but he gets it through to his guy.
Barnes this time is defended up there up at the top.
Yeah, Brecken's not giving him that shot. And Garrett Windsor plays so much better defending Noel in the post. And that's the threat that Garrett Windsor can bring. He's a 6'3" guard center. You know, he's big enough that he can go down in the post and play with those bigs, but he's got the skills of a guard.
I saw two great hustle points that time. Brecken Bowen, couple of blockouts, a rebound.
And a great post
right there. Brecken Bowen.
Yep, a little screen across on the blocks.
Beautiful feed from Anderson, I believe. And just like that, it is a tie game, 27-all. Viewmont, in my opinion, looking a little deflated at the moment.
Yeah, they came out of that timeout. They threw a couple of strikes. And Wasatch has responded very well with changing the lineup to match up a little bit better.
That time Barnes got Bowen a little off his feet at the top of the key to defend the three, but then Barnes was able to drive. Knows what he's doing, that's for sure. The shot did not fall for Barnes.
Yeah, that's why I play the drive. Too. The kid can shoot, obviously. Play the drive,
jumper, yeah.
Step in front, and cut off when he does.
Mount Magnuson checks back into the game. Windsor and Ballstead are going to get a rest. On the floor right now for Wasatch is Wonder, Hughes, Anderson, Brecken Bowen, and Mountain Magnuson. Second free throw is good. 29-27, Viewmont. And Wasatch, once again, looking energetic, but patient.
Yep.
Well, again, same type of plays. Magnuson setting the pick there at the top.
And the first time the defender went under, the second time he was chasing and chased over.
They're going to call, they call a jump ball. Possession is going to go to Viewmont. How many jump balls did we see last night in the girls' game, Corey?
Enough for a season.
An unbelievable amount. I think we counted, I'm pretty sure we counted 9 jump balls in the first half.
Yeah.
And I kind of stopped counting at 5 in the second half. Viewmont now looking like they're doing a little different look. And there's Noel at the top of the key. Magnuson not letting him shoot the three.
Yeah, much better at defending that shot.
Drive that
Contest
time.
the drive.
No good. Pulsifer with the shot. And it was contested as Coach Lang. There's going to be a foul charged.
And this is what Coach Balsa was talking about. Let's be aggressive at attacking. Let's get them into a little bit of foul trouble that way. He didn't feel like they were just aggressive enough at getting to the rim and getting those calls with contact.
Foul was charged to Carson Williams of the Vikings. Both teams 2 fouls here, team fouls here in the third quarter. 29-27, Wasatch with a chance again to tie or take the lead. Hughes drives, kicks it out to Magnuson. Wonder drives, gets his defender off the floor, just misses the soft 4-foot jumper.
There's a lot of contact before, and then he takes a contested.
There's the kick out. This time to Emery. Again, no good.
Got to block out, find a body. Every person's got to find a body.
And again, another. He could have gone straight back up, it looked like, on the rebound. But deferred to kick it out to the. And here's
Sink.
Anderson coming way out. Emery again with the three. I'm not sure I've seen Emery hit more than 1 3 this game.
I believe that ball went through the defender's legs.
I think Coach Ballstead was not happy that we didn't set up on that one. Looks like had an opportunity.
Get a bucket, get a score under 30 to go in the quarter. Go in knotted versus now you give them a possession and a look.
Windsor comes out heavy penetration there on the Vikings. Anderson clock down to 10. Anderson out again. This is Emery gets the ball knocked out. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
And it was the
Magnuson gets the basket. No, it rolls out.
Just missed the layup.
And Wasatch still very happy with their third quarter, Corey.
Yeah, you won that quarter. And as a coach, that's what you want to do. You want to win possessions. You want to win each quarter. And so it's only 2 points at this point. And in my opinion, Wasatch is kind of finding their identity in this game a little better. And Viewmont feels a little bit dazed. Not sure, do we want to keep shooting these threes? The bigs are shooting the best for Viewmont at this point. But how long can you rely on that? Wasatch has made some adjustments personnel-wise and even how they're defending that. So I feel like right now, Wasatch is in the driver's seat even though they're down 2.
In that third quarter, Wasatch scored 12. Viewmont did score 8, but Wasatch was an inch away from an extra bucket there at the end to tie the game.
Should have been. That was a gimme.
And
great defense by Jackson Anderson, stepping in to help, cut off the drive, take the ball, and look up.
Looking at that last play by the drive by Barnes. Sorry, not Barnes, by Emery, where he went down to the floor. Viewmont coaches were screaming for a foul. What did you think of that drive? I don't know.
It looks fine. I mean, I respect the refs for putting their whistles and letting a play happen. I just hope that they keep that consistency in the fourth and don't try to take control of a game with their whistle.
Seems like there has been a few no calls for sure for both, both sides. So.
Cole thought he should have got a call at that last layup. I'm fine with no call on that too.
Wasatch takes over again, doing their guard wave. Anderson looking like he might be tempted by that three-pointer. Hughes ends up with the ball here at the top of the key. He's going to drive. Look like he might find the little lane to drive. Here's Windsor driving toward the bucket. He's going to lose the ball.
Yeah, he's got doubled. Somebody's open somewhere. You got to find that guy. And in that instance, it was Colin Hughes was open up on the wing. Cole had gone to the other block. Colin's guy stepped down to take that away.
Brecken Bowen checks back into the game. On the floor for Wasatch is Ballstead, Anderson, Bowen, Windsor, and Wonder. There's the drive by Anderson, kicks it out. Windsor thought about the three.
I think Windsor's got to get some more touches on the outside and trying to force and create. Take what they're giving you on the outside. Windsor's men, boy, they had a lot of chances.
Viewmont with 3 opportunities there, and not a one of them didn't look like a layup.
Yeah.
And Wasatch will say thank you very much, and they'll take over again. Anderson with a little
great position by Brecken there.
Shovel for that bucket. That would have been a great move, a great bucket.
Yeah, he has a way of creating a shot, very deceptive.
The foul was not on Anderson with that shot. It looked like it was on the rebound, so Wasatch will take possession under the basket. As we mentioned, Wonder came in that first half, scored a couple of great buckets for Wasatch. There's Brecken Bowen. Nice looking shot, in and out. And here comes Viewmont. Viewmont with a 29-27 lead. They have led.
Brecken, nice job of fronting and defending it well. Help side was there too.
Brecken Bowen has just put in quality minutes again for Wasatch.
Viewmont's done a really good job of shutting down Hawk.
Hawk Ballstead, three-pointer off the mark, but
and again, Brecken Bowen getting to the right. It's position game down there.
I love seeing that little bit of emotion there out of him too after that offensive board and bucket. Just like that, it is a tie game again. Viewmont, like I say, looking a little frustrated.
Yeah, they're out of sync a little bit. They haven't found the adjustments that they need of what.
Three-point attempt by again.
I just wouldn't leave him. He's
That's
3 for
Barnes.
3 that I've seen in the second half.
3 3-pointers made here in the second half.
Great feed, great
There's
block.
a block shot. Breckenbowen looked like he had it, his man. And it was Pulsifer that came around.
And just how quick that turns. It was a tied-up game at 29. 2 quick threes, and it's 6.
That was Brash Emery.
And that's kind of what I was looking for Wasatch. Well, they set that ball screen. We went under, and he just shot it over. Make him guard you.
Brash Emery, pretty sure, I'm going to say that was his first 3-point make of the night.
Yeah, he had an air ball earlier, I remember.
Be wrong, but like you say, just like that, here is the play. Here's Brash Emery, this time hits it.
Yeah, both defenders camping underneath, not committing over, and he makes them pay.
Compliments to the Sting TV crew. Great job, guys. Well, we have a minute here to talk just a little bit. Let's talk about our sponsors. We want to thank our sponsors, Corey Lang. We've had great sponsors here with Sting TV this season.
Absolutely. Danny Labrum, Ford, Chevy, Buick. Can't say enough about what a great man Danny's been and how supportive his businesses have been to Wasatch, particularly Sting TV. With this, Mountainland One Stop, Moe's Grill included, one of my favorites. Stopped there on the way here to grab some chicken strips.
You stopped where?
At One Stop.
Oh, man, and I happen to be in the other car.
We loaded up, and I said, I know we're running a little late, but we got one stop to make. So, Heber Valley Cheese and Dairy King, both great establishments.
I did have the guac burger a week ago at One Stop, so
I'll tell you, you can't go wrong.
Got the stop.
I haven't had anything that I didn't like.
All right, Wasatch takes over with the ball. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in this game. Viewmont on a 6-0 run, and they get a steal off of Hughes. A big, big defensive stop here needed by Wasatch.
Yeah, Wasatch needed a bucket there to convert coming out of a timeout.
And they're almost got the steal, Hughes.
Colin trying to get that back.
That's Kearns. Dawson Kearns gets the bucket. It's now an 8-0 run after Wasatch tied the game at 29. It's now an 8-0 run. Windsor's going to drive. Has the ball taken from him on the shot. Referees are really
putting the whistle away, huh? Letting them play.
Lots of no calls here. And maybe well defended there. I guess it looks like
he was in position for sure in front of him. I couldn't see from where I was at, the contact with hands and things, but it looked like a good look, just doesn't go. Joe Wonder comes away with it.
The miss by Viewmont. There's Jackson Anderson downtown, long shot. That's going to go off the rim and hit the backboard. So the ball will go to Viewmont. Joe Wonder comes out of the game, and Garrett Windsor got a nice breather there. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout in the action. 30-second timeout. Charge to Viewmont. Let's go ahead and talk just a little bit about so far here. We just have 4 minutes left in the game. Players of the game for both teams, Corey. I'm going to spring that little question on you. You can think about it. Maybe we can talk about it later. But at this point, who are your players of the game for both teams?
Right now, I would say Barnes and Noel. I'd give it a co-player of the game. I think their ability to come out and stretch the floor and hit those shots, that's been the difference, really. Wasatch had a strategy to stay inside and count on them not being able to hit those. And we saw Barnes hit 3 for 3 there in the second half alone. And in the first half,
it was Noel first half and Barnes second half.
Yep.
Wasatch, to me, has had some very even distribution contribution from the team.
Brecken Bowen coming off the bench has been huge. I think he's had a great game.
I was thinking that the two big guys. I mean, once again, Cole Magnuson doesn't score a lot of points every night, but boy, he always is a presence.
Yep.
And I thought he really disrupted them in the first half. And like you say, Brecken Bowen just getting in the hustle points. And then all the guards have just done a great job. Not the best shooting night for Wasatch, but
yeah,
Viewmont gets the ball. It's got to be 3 seconds in the key, but the
he was in there the whole entire possession.
Hawk Ballstead gets it down quickly to Windsor. He's going to just take the soft layup. No call, and that's going to be good. And Wasatch inching their way back. There's some full court pressure. Just a man, looks like.
Both teams have just played man. Different styles, as we talked about, but
the lead now is 6 for Viewmont, and they are going to call that on Windsor.
Yeah, it's hard to get away with something like that where the ball is stopped. It's solo, one-on-one defending. Like, you can't hide in a situation like that. And so, little reach and gets caught. But it's a very low foul count on both sides coming into the fourth.
Yeah, at this point, free throws are not going to be an issue. It's not looking like, unless it's on a shot. So,
and as we had mentioned, the refs just kind of letting them play, very physical. And
Brash Emery, that's being very patient, way up at the top of the key.
I didn't see any progress for a long time.
You know, Viewmont does have this luxury at the moment. They can hold on as long as they need. There's really no need to even shoot. Ball's going to go off of Anderson, and Viewmont will inbound underneath their own basket, about 10 feet away from under the basket. Looking for Noel. They do get it to him, and then Emery will control at the top. He is getting a defensive count. Nope, there he
was counting. He didn't make any progress, and the ref stopped his count and reset. I didn't see any reason to.
Foul going to be charged, I'm betting, to Hawk Ballstead.
Yeah, Hawk's trying very hard. Trying to create on offense, trying to get some stops on defense. Like, his effort, you can't complain about his effort by any means, any night. But tonight, you can see he wants this win really bad.
We're going to have another timeout. A 60-second timeout this time called by Viewmont. It looks like Wasatch going to be inserting a player or two. Brigham Pello will, looks like, will get his first look of the night here. So again, here at the break of this timeout, looking at the road that these teams have, once again, Viewmont getting the 14 seed in the RPI in the state ranking by taking 4th in the Region 5. Farmington, the leader of Region 5, won the region championship this year, was ranked 3rd in the state in the RPI. Wasatch came out as the 19th seed in the RPI with a very unfortunate end of season, 5 losses in a row. Wasatch at one point was battling 2nd and 3rd in that first half, toward the end of the first half of the region schedule.
And when you get on a skid like that, that monkey hangs on your back in situations like this even. When you're trying to close out a game. God, can you break that streak, you know?
Wasatch easily could have been at that home court advantage, even just winning 3 of those last 5 games. But Viewmont with the ball, they're going to be heavily guarded by Wasatch, and there's going to be another foul. Looks like they are going to choose to just foul and stop the clock, and so the foul will go to Jackson Anderson, his 2nd personal foul. Pello came into the game. So we have Hughes, Pello, Anderson, Windsor, and Ballstead. And we're going to get an offensive foul charge to Viewmont. Looks like it's going to be...
There, the Wasps are going to catch a break there on that call. Jackson got caught a little behind on that screen and fell. I didn't see the contact, but...
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I think they gave it to Dawson Kearns. There's 3-point attempt. Windsor, no good. And Viewmont gets the rebound. They are immediately swarmed by 2 Wasatch players. That's Pulsifer got that rebound and was fouled.
The shots just aren't falling for Wasatch tonight.
Yeah, I would just have to say that's the biggest difference in the game. I think even just a close to normal average this game would be 6 points closer. So with Viewmont with the 6-point lead, and there's an easy bucket there for Pulsifer.
Too easy if you want to make a stop and a run here.
Wallstead does the same, but misses the layup. A huge opportunity miss there. Huge opportunity miss there. Maybe just right at the moment, just pressured himself just a little
open
too
layup.
much.
Maybe he was a little surprised that it was so open, but that's kind of been the story of tonight. Looks and missed opportunities.
You know, I've seen this in volleyball, of course. Players wanting so bad. Here's the replay of the layup by Pulsifer of the Vikings.
And yes, Hawk gets beat there, but I saw two defenders that could slide in there and cut that off that just chose not to.
Making my point, it's so hard, you know, a mental game. I mean, you just mentioned it. It's just pressuring yourself just a little too much. And you know, right now, obviously Wasatch seems to be doing that. They're just pressing a little bit, not hitting their normal percentage. And fantastic effort there by Hawk Wallstead. Just unfortunately a little too much energy over the rim. And I used to tell my players, you know, volleyball is a very mental sport. It's 30% mental and 70% mental. And I think oftentimes, you know, these young athletes.
Yeah, I was going to say even more so at this younger level of athletes. Oftentimes you beat yourself more than the opponent does.
Obviously, and we mentioned this many times already this season, not a player or coach or fan out here just happy to be here. I mean, everybody just happy to be playing in this COVID time. There's a pass. Looks like it's going to go over the head of Windsor and
They'll get it out on the side here as it wasn't touched. But
it looks like that might have been the play that was drawn up and just didn't quite work there for Wasatch. Viewmont takes over, 1:33, time running out for Wasatch. Playing a deny the ball defense there. Pulsifer is going to be the one bringing the ball down. And good idea to try to steal the ball there.
Yeah, play tough defense. Try to get a 10-second call if you can. Once they get it across, try to steal it if you get a foul.
The lead at the moment, 8 for Viewmont, 39-31.
But we've seen Wasatch and the great shooters that they have. I mean, there's no reason they couldn't string a couple threes together and
First
be right in it really, really quick.
Well, that happened at the beginning of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And all with less than a minute, Wasatch broke that lead. Pulsifer hit the first, 40-31, and he sinks the second. 10-point lead now, 1:27. Wasatch going to come down and try to shoot quickly. Just get the score. Again, a beautiful drive by Wallstead. A no call there. We've got Windsor's going to foul Pulsifer.
And a smart foul. They've got your pressure broke. You had two guys deep behind you for an easy bucket. So
Hawk Wallstead with a great baseline drive there and just could not get that reverse layup to fall. So Pulsifer, being the Viking at the line here for Viewmont, hit his third in a row of free throws. He'll shoot one more. The lead is now 11. And Pulsifer sinks all 4. Wasatch comes down, 1:15 left.
You got to start.
Hughes is going to get it down to Windsor, and it's going to get lost. Viewmont gets the steal, and that's going to be another foul. Anderson just 3 very unfortunate possessions there.
Yep.
For Wasatch, that opportunity to possibly knock that lead to within 6 again, and very unfortunate.
Those 2 layups missed by Hawk, that's 4, and then these 3 possessions. That's the story of the game. Just missed opportunities. I don't know. It happens, and unfortunately for the Wasps tonight, it's one of those nights the shot doesn't
just
fall.
Not falling.
In regular season, you can bounce back pretty easy, but this is a do-or-die situation, and I hate to see it because I don't feel like we've seen what Wasatch is really capable of doing. But
Foul's going to be charged.
Give Viewmont credit. They showed up.
Yes,
They've done what they need to do to win the game, and they will advance.
For sure, Viewmont, and like I say, we want to make sure that Viewmont has done everything they needed to, taken advantage of the mistakes, the turnovers, and hit
sometimes
their shots.
That's the best way. Do what you need to do. Don't try too hard. They haven't had to make a lot of adjustments because those shots aren't falling, and so no need to overthink it. Keep it simple, and they've done that. And they got a 12-point lead with under a minute.
Yeah, so at this point, looks like Coach Paulstead's going to bring in a couple of players. Some younger players, it looks like.
A couple of seniors, Luke Lacey and Dakota Thacker.
Luke Lacey, oh, yes, okay. Dakota Thacker. Both of these are seniors, yes. So Wasatch down 12. And I'm still looking for a magic spark to happen.
Yeah, I kept feeling the whole game that they'll figure it out. It'll start to go, the lid will be taken off, and it just never happened. All the way to the end.
Viewmont will be shooting at the line when play resumes. That'll be Dawson Kearns. I think at this point, shooting 2. Wasatch in the double bonus now. So Dakota Thacker and Luke Lacey check in. Windsor's in the game. Hughes is in the game. That's 2 free throws in a row missed by Viewmont. Also on the floor is Hawk Ballstead for Wasatch. Kearns will shoot the second, makes it. And it's 44-31. 40 seconds left. Windsor's going to drive, shoots, and gets it in.
That's that left-hand advantage. Gets the contact, is able to go with his left off the glass. Just if a few more of those could have gone, because he had those opportunities earlier. And what a good finish, though, with that contact.
Windsor makes the 3-point play. That brings Wasatch within 10.
One more time as he steps in, left hand
Beautiful
off the
shot.
window.
Nice job, team. Ballstead almost gets the steal, but
I think, yes, they're going to get a turnover.
30 seconds left. Wasatch within 10.
Going to make this interesting. Coach Ballstead's going to call a timeout. He wants, this is a crucial bucket, a crucial possession right now. Who's your shooter? You got plenty of them to do. That's one hard thing for an opponent against Wasatch. They've got a number of shooters that they could go to in a situation like this, and where none of them have really had a hot hand all night. You could go to any of them. So,
and at any time could happen.
Yep.
So are you thinking like a pick at the top, somebody swings around and shoots a 3, and then crash the boards, right?
I think they're going to have the ball on the side here. If that's the case, maybe a look that they had earlier where they tried to post Jackson up inside, and he just didn't get in. But for sure, there's going to be maybe a screen down by the 2 bigs, and get Colin and Garrett coming to the ball, and then maybe Hawk floating to the corner.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds left. Hawk Ballstead's going to throw in. He's going to find.
There's the double screen.
Windsor, double teamed. He shoots the 3, and it's good.
Finds it.
And Windsor screaming for the foul.
And Viewmont very wisely taking their time getting it out.
Wasatch needs to foul quickly.
And they just can't catch.
And Thacker fouls. That was the right person to foul, in my opinion. Dawson Kearns. Kearns had a fine night, but he shooting 50% at the moment from the free throw. Here's that shot, and there was definitely
just a little pump.
A little hit on the elbow.
But again, great job at finishing with that contact by Garrett there.
Kearns hits the first straight down the pipe. 45-37. The lead is 8. And back to 9, hits that second free throw. Wasatch 13 seconds.
Give him a screen.
Gonna come down, and Hughes is gonna find.
And now he's stuck.
Windsor again. Lacey trying to There's a three-point attempt again by Windsor, and the time is up.
Going to expire right there.
Final score, 46-37. Viewmont gets the win, and they will hold court here in Bountiful against Wasatch, and that will end the season for Wasatch. Taking a look here now,
Kind of a
really quickly.
A bumpy finish there for Wasatch. They had really struggled down closing the season out, those last 6 games. And none of them I didn't feel like they weren't in and couldn't do.
Well, and as we mentioned, a tough night for the seniors to end their season. Just not the night they were hoping for with their shooting percentage, like you said, Corey. And just that's a tough way to go out.
It is.
But absolutely nothing to hang their heads about from a fantastic season playing in this tough Region 8. Compliments to Viewmont Vikings, and we thank them for their hospitality here.
Yeah, they've been really good about helping us and get set up and have the things that we needed. I appreciate that. It's been an awesome atmosphere with some student body and a little bit more of a crowd this year than we've seen this year. A good crowd.
Yeah.
Cheering when they needed to and doing it right. So.
And I'm seeing a lot of masks, so good for them here in the Wasatch crowd. So.
And I saw that when we came up here for football. I think they do a lot of the things right up here. So credit to you, Viewmont. A great season. Hope you can continue on as you now advance the next round. You get a stiff opponent there with Lehigh. They won their region last year. Lehigh did. As a coach for Park City last year, that was our first playoff game to end our season. We went to Lehigh, a tough place to play. I have the utmost respect for their coach and their whole staff. They do things the right way. So that'll be an interesting matchup with these two.
Lehigh, the team that Viewmont will meet next, they were the 3 seed. I did notice, looking a little bit at the things, Farmington actually lost their second to last game of the region season. So they dropped to the number 4 seed. So Lehigh takes the 3 seed. The number 1 team in the state is Timpview. They will play the winner of the Woods Cross Salem Hills game, which is going on right now tonight. And
good luck, Timpview. I have a good friend that I've coached with for a few years, coaching there at Timpview now.
Okay.
I always like to follow them, and I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Timpview was a rival for a long time in our regions, and now when your friends go there and you're split, But good luck to all the teams as they advance forward. And postseason's so fun, and we're just glad that the kids here in this state can have that opportunity to keep playing ball.
Well, we want to thank all of you for joining us here on Sting TV. Once again, the final score here, Wasatch ends their season losing to the Viewmont Vikings 46-37, and the season ends. And Corey, you've done a great job here. All of you students that are here tonight, sacrificing your time for Sting TV, did a great job. And we hope for bigger and better things for the future.
Yep. We hope you viewers have enjoyed what we've been trying to provide for you.
We have a lot of big plans for Sting TV here in the next few months and hopefully into the next season. And lots of sports, lots of things that can be covered. So we do thank you. Any other further things for your sponsors you want to say?
Just a good shout out to them again. Dairy King, Heber Valley Cheese, Labrum Ford, Chevy, and of course, One Stop, Mountain Land One Stop. Visit them if you have a chance. Tell them the Sting TV sent you.
So we will say goodbye. And thanks for joining us on Sting TV. Once again, final score 46-37. Viewmont knocks off Wasatch, and Wasatch season ends. So we will hope to see you next time. Stay safe. For Corey Lang, I'm Brent Martindale, and for all the crew here, thanks for joining us. Have a great night.